Imagine a world where your success isn't determined by where you came from, but by your willingness to embrace discomfort and push beyond what others think is possible. Two young entrepreneurs, Blake Anderson and Alex, have shown us exactly what's possible when you reject the easy path and choose to build something meaningful. Their stories aren't just about making money, they're about the transformation that happens when you stop playing by everyone else's rules and start creating your own reality. Let's look at Blake Anderson. At 23, he's built multiple apps generating over $10 million in revenue. But just a few years ago, he was living in his parents' attic, borrowing money from his older brother just to buy groceries. His father, once a successful entrepreneur, had been struck down by multiple sclerosis, leaving the family struggling financially. Blake wasn't born into privilege, he was born into uncertainty. And then there's Alex. Before his current success making hundreds of thousands per month, he was just another college kid caught in the loop, watching Netflix, playing video games, chasing girls, with no real direction. He started making content not because he saw dollar signs, but because it was something he genuinely enjoyed. That authenticity would later become the foundation of his empire. What's fascinating about both these stories is how they mirror the journey that so many of us are on right now. You're probably sitting there watching this video, knowing you have potential, feeling that burn inside to build something meaningful, but unsure how to channel it. Maybe you're in college, or working a job you hate, or stuck in your parents' corner house trying to figure out your next move. Blake and Alex were exactly where you are. The key difference? They understood something that most people never grasp. The path to real success isn't about waiting for permission or the perfect moment. It's about taking action even when everything seems stacked against you. Blake didn't wait for ideal conditions. He coded for 12 hours a day for over a month straight while living in that attic. Alex didn't wait until he was ready. He just started creating content, focusing on getting better each day. But here's what's really interesting about their journeys. They both understood that success leaves clues. When Blake was developing RizGPT, he didn't try to reinvent the wheel. He found two underrated creators on TikTok, paid them each $50, and overnight, his app went viral with millions of views. Alex similarly recognized that the real money wasn't in chasing trends, but in building systems that could scale, taking his initial TikTok success and transforming it into a multifaceted business empire. What's particularly striking about their approaches is how they both rejected the conventional path that society had laid out for them. Blake was completely transparent about his past. He was a self-described degenerate in high school and college, selling drugs and living on the edge. But even in those darker times, that entrepreneurial spirit was burning bright. His college friends remember him as someone who went all in on everything he did. Whether it was studying for tests or working out in the gym, he approached everything with an intensity that set him apart. The same goes for Alex. He didn't start with some grand business plan or venture capital backing. He started making videos at 14 to 15 years old, long before there was any money in it. This wasn't about getting rich quick. It was about following what genuinely interested him and trusting that it would lead somewhere meaningful. That authenticity became his greatest asset. Their stories reveal a crucial truth that most people miss. The path to extraordinary success often starts with being willing to look foolish, to be misunderstood, to do things that don't make sense to others. Blake was willing to risk everything on his app when he could have taken a safe corporate job. Alex kept making content when others his age were following the traditional career path. This journey to success wasn't smooth or linear for either of them. Take Blake's approach to building his first successful app, RizGPT. He didn't just create another generic app. He understood something fundamental about how modern success works. Rather than trying to build everything from scratch, he leveraged existing platforms and audiences. When the app took off, he wasn't making $200,000 a month and living lavishly. He was still walking to and from Starbucks, reinvesting everything back into his vision. Alex's story shows a similar pattern of strategic thinking and reinvestment. Even when he started seeing real success, making $30,000 to $50,000 a month in 2023, he didn't get complacent. He kept pushing, kept innovating, until those numbers exploded to over $500,000 in his best months. But what's really telling is how he views these numbers. When he talks about making $200,000 to $300,000 in a day from webinars, it's not with arrogance, but with a matter-of-fact understanding that this is just the beginning. What's remarkable about both these entrepreneurs is their ability to think in systems rather than one-off successes. Blake didn't just create a single app. He built multiple successful applications that continue generating revenue long after their initial launch. His apps, Improvement Tech and RizGPT, have generated millions in revenue, but more importantly, they continue producing income month after month. Even when he's focused on new projects, these digital assets keep working for him. Alex took a similar approach with his content strategy. He didn't just chase viral moments. He built a systematic approach to content creation that could scale. Now he has a team of about 20 people, running regular webinars that consistently bring in 6 figures per launch. But here's what's crucial to understand. This isn't about having some special talent or secret formula. It's about understanding how to create value in the digital age and having the right platform to deliver it. This is where Whop comes into play. Both Blake and Alex's success stories highlight a crucial truth. The ability to create and distribute digital products efficiently is the key to scaling in today's economy. Whop provides exactly this capability, offering a platform where you can host courses, build communities, and sell digital products with the same level of sophistication as these successful entrepreneurs. Think about it. Blake's success with apps showed the power of creating digital products that can scale without requiring your constant presence. Alex's success with content and courses demonstrated how valuable information products can be when properly packaged and distributed. Whop combines the best of both worlds, giving you the tools to create and sell digital products, while handling all the technical complexities that would normally hold you back. But here's what's really powerful about this opportunity. You don't need to have Blake's coding skills or Alex's existing following to get started. What you need is the willingness to provide value and the right platform to deliver it. When Blake was building his first successful app, he wasn't some tech genius with years of experience. He was just willing to put in the hours and figure it out. When Alex started creating content, he wasn't an expert. He was just consistent and authentic. The beauty of platforms like Whop is that they democratize this kind of entrepreneurship. You don't need to figure out payment processing, user management, content delivery, or any of the technical complexities that would normally require a team of developers. Everything you need is built right into the platform, allowing you to focus on what matters most, creating value for your audience. Think about this. Both Blake and Alex started with nothing but a vision and the willingness to work. Blake's story is particularly telling. When he was developing RizGPT, he wasn't just casually coding whenever he felt like it. He was putting in 12-hour days, living in his parents' attic, with his older brother lending him money for basic necessities. This wasn't a comfortable journey. It was a desperate, all-or-nothing push towards something better. Similarly, Alex's path shows us the power of long-term thinking. He started making content at 14 to 15 years old, long before there was any money in it. From his first $1,500 Civic to now driving cars worth hundreds of thousands, his progression wasn't overnight. But here's what's fascinating. He says having $4,000 in his bank account while working as a hospital patient transporter felt more significant than making $200,000 in a day now. Why? Because that first taste of financial freedom showed him what was possible. Both of these entrepreneurs share a crucial characteristic. They understand the power of leveraging digital assets. Blake's apps continue generating revenue long after their initial creation. Alex's content and courses reach thousands of people simultaneously. This isn't about trading time for money. It's about building systems that generate value automatically. And this is exactly where Whop comes into play for aspiring entrepreneurs like you. Consider this. Blake's apps have generated over $10 million in sales, with some still bringing in $200 to $400 per month on autopilot. Alex's Media Lab program did $600,000 in just 3 months. But what's really important to understand is that these numbers aren't about luck or some special advantage. They're about understanding how to create and distribute value in the digital age. The landscape has changed dramatically in recent years. You no longer need complex technical skills or massive capital to start building digital products. Platforms like Whop have eliminated the traditional barriers to entry. You don't need to figure out payment processing, user management, content delivery, or any of the technical complexities that would have required a team of developers just a few years ago. Blake's journey is particularly instructive here. Even though he had coding skills, his success wasn't just about technical ability, it was about understanding what people wanted and finding efficient ways to deliver it. When he launched RizGPT, he didn't spend millions on marketing. He found two underrated TikTok creators, paid them $50 each, and watched his app go viral. This kind of strategic thinking is available to anyone willing to learn and take action. Alex's approach shows another crucial aspect of modern success: the power of building in public. He didn't hide away until everything was perfect. He started creating content, built an audience, and then leveraged that attention to build multiple successful ventures. His Media Lab program isn't just about making money, it's about creating a system where everyone wins, connecting creators with brands in a way that generates value for all parties involved. But here's what's really powerful about their stories. They both started from positions that many would consider disadvantages. Blake was dealing with family financial struggles and living in an attic. Alex was just another college kid with no clear direction. They weren't trust fund kids or Silicon Valley insiders. They were regular people who decided to bet on themselves and take action. In both cases, their success came from understanding something crucial. The digital economy rewards those who can create scalable value. Whether it's through apps, content, courses, or communities, the ability to create once and distribute infinitely is the key to building real wealth in today's world. And with platforms like Whop, you have access to the same tools and infrastructure that successful digital entrepreneurs use. This brings us to the crucial question: how do you take these inspiring stories and turn them into your own success? The answer lies not in copying their exact paths, but in understanding the fundamental principles that drove their achievements. Both Blake and Alex mastered something that most aspiring entrepreneurs miss. They identified areas where they could provide real value and then found the most efficient way to deliver it. Look at how Blake approached his app development. He didn't just randomly code applications, hoping one would stick. He studied market dynamics, understood user needs, and most importantly, recognized how to reach his audience effectively. When he launched RizGPT, he didn't spend millions on marketing. He made two strategic $50 investments in underrated TikTok creators. That decision led to millions of views and hundreds of thousands of downloads. This wasn't luck. It was calculated understanding of how modern distribution works. Alex's approach shows us another crucial aspect of digital success. He didn't start with some grand business plan or try to create the perfect product before launching. He began by consistently creating content, focusing on getting better each day, and building genuine connections with his audience. Now he's running webinars that generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in a single day. But here's what's fascinating. He says having $4,000 in his bank account while working as a hospital patient transporter felt more significant than making $200,000 in a day now. Why? Because that first taste of financial freedom showed him what was possible. This is where Whop enters the picture as a game-changing platform. Think about what both Blake and Alex needed to succeed: a way to deliver value efficiently, tools to manage users and payments, and systems to scale their operations. Whop provides all of this in one integrated platform. You don't need to worry about payment processing, content delivery, user management, or any of the complex technical aspects that would typically require a team of developers. Consider how this could transform your own journey. Maybe you have specialized knowledge from your career, a skill you've mastered, or insights you've gained through experience. With Whop, you can turn that knowledge into digital products that work for you 24/7. Blake's apps still generate revenue months and years after their initial launch. Alex's programs continue to attract new students and create success stories. This is the power of digital products. They can reach people around the world while you sleep. But here's what's really powerful about this opportunity. You don't need to have Blake's coding skills or Alex's existing following to get started. What you need is the willingness to provide value and the right platform to deliver it. Whether you're teaching a skill, sharing knowledge, or creating digital tools, Whop gives you the infrastructure to turn your ideas into reality. With Whop, you have access to the same tools and infrastructure that successful digital entrepreneurs use. The platform handles all the technical complexities that would normally hold you back, allowing you to focus on what matters most, creating value for your audience. You can start building your digital empire today without needing to figure out complex technology or invest hundreds of thousands in development. The time to take action is now, but not because of some artificial scarcity or FOMO. Take action, because every day you wait is another day someone else is building their dream while yours remains on hold. Blake and Alex didn't wait for permission or perfect conditions. They started from wherever they were, with whatever they had. Click the link in the description below to start your journey on Whop. Don't let another day go by watching others build their dreams, while yours remain in the planning phase. Blake and Alex showed us what's possible when you combine determination with the right platform. Now it's your turn to write your own success story. Remember, both Blake and Alex started exactly where you might be right now. The only difference between where they were and where they are is the decisions they made and the actions they took. Your journey to success starts with a single step. Take that step today by clicking the link below and starting your journey on Whop. The future belongs to those who create it. Blake and Alex created theirs. Now it's your turn. Let's make your success story the next one we tell.